Everyone, welcome to our Harrisville City Planning Commission meeting on Wednesday, November 12th. Apologize for my tardiness. We are also going to excuse Commissioner Palmer tonight, and we are glad to have some visitors with us. Okay. We are going to, I will entertain a motion to approve our minutes, articulating corrections or questions from our planning commission meeting on the 8th of October, 2025.
Yeah, good week, so. Yeah, I will make a motion to, make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from October 8th, 2025.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, item 3 on our agenda tonight is a discussion to grant or make other motions if we need to for final site plan approval for the Harrisville Commercial Development located at approximately 2550 North and 750 West. We are going to discuss that, but let's go with staff too to go over our memo, the engineer and planner memo dated November 6th, 2025.
Okay, yeah, so we saw this a few months back, and we actually had quite a long list of items in the preliminary site plan approval, but they've come back and addressed everything. We have 3 kind of cleanup items. And so the first one would be working on the street improvements with Pleasant View City. So they're coordinating with Pleasant View City to make sure that they're meeting those street standards. It was tough making sure we, it's a Pleasant View City, but then running it up to Harrisville, but they're working with them and that's going well. And they'll have that letter soon. It just wasn't quite available. They need the will serve letter from Bonita Vista Water and their SWIP and OI, but it's typical for those to come. They need to be done, but we're not concerned about having that ready. So those were, other than that, we recommend final approval with those conditions. Yeah, any questions?
Do you know if where they're at in the process with the letters? I know that it's been started, but have you had any updates beyond it's going to happen?
I think they're imminent. That's what
Okay.
I think they expected to have them by now and just haven't had them yet. But if there are conditions of approval, then they won't move forward without them. So
Okay.
Yes, everything.
Okay. So I don't really see a need to table, so I will entertain that motion to grant the final site plan approval if either you'd like to make that.
I will make a motion to grant the final site approval for the Harrisville Commercial Development located at approximately 550 North, 750 West. Per the city engineer and his planner's memo dated November 6th. And all other city requirements as indicated. Is this the engineer's memo?
yeah, we combined them. We have a lot of items for.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so I think I'm covered. Okay.
I will second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you. Great. All right, item 4 tonight is a discussion to grant proposed conditional use permit number 149 for personal training services located at approximately 364 West, 1125 North. We do have a staff report dated today, November 12th, that we can go over too.
Yes, I believe the applicants here, if you'd like to invite them, if we have some questions, so I can go over the staff memo first, or how we.
Either way, it doesn't. I think we'll get both all that information either way.
Okay,
You have some preference.
I have to hear from the else.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll hear from the applicants first, then we can go over the memo together. Does that sound good? Or report, I should say.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
come on up.
tell us what your name is and.
I'm Latoya Gibson.
Hi.
Welcome.
So I'm a personal trainer and I want to do it out of my garage. I've been a personal trainer for 10.5 years. Recently moved from California to here, so I just like transfer my business.
Awesome. So what do you do?
Health and fitness for women, nutrition and exercise.
Nice. That's so needed.
Yeah, it is.
So needed.
She focuses on women's trade, but she pushes me around. It's all the time.
Well, that's good, you know, you gotta be each other, mutual support system.
Yeah.
Especially as you age,
Yes,
being physically active and
Right.
proper nutrition is so much more critical.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Well, if you want to stay up here for a minute, we'll go over the report and then we'll see if we have any other questions.
Okay. So there's two parts of our code that go over, what basis we need to issue a conditional use permit. So we'll go over this, first section, kind of item by item, and so you'll be aware of what the reasoning is and, what to expect. So, okay, so the first one, it's basically saying that if we're going to issue a conditional use permit, we need to make sure that it doesn't change the residential character of the neighborhood around you. And so the first item is about, parking, access, deliveries and that, type of thing. And because the site plan is not going to be changed for that area, we'll talk about parking in a minute, but the site plan of the property, we didn't see that you proposed any change of driveways, so the site plan will remain the same as far as we know. The next one is to make sure that we don't have unusual pedestrian or vehicular traffic patterns or volumes that we wouldn't normally expect in a residential area. So, and like I said, driveways aren't going to change. The one concern we had was how many clients and where they would park. And so my recommendation is that we figure out some sort of limit on how many clients can be there at one time. And ask that they use off-street parking. Now, looking at the photo you gave, it seems like you have a lot of off-street parking available in your driveway that the clients could use.
Oh, wow, nice.
And I guess the question we have, which is how many clients do you expect to see at a time?
so only 2 at a time. So it's all personal training like so 2 clients at a time.
Okay. Oh, awesome.
So you're not planning on group fitness classes at this time?
No,
Okay.
only online. I do group fitness online, but not several.
We'll ask you for your channel later.
Okay, and then there are additional requirements in the second portion of the code we'll go over in a minute. So we talked about limiting the number of clients. There aren't going to be any structural improvements, so we're not concerned about item number 3. Number 4, the hours of operation that are set in the residential zones for conditional use permits are from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. So that's just something to know. It's something in the code that we don't have a lot of leeway on. And I don't think you didn't mention any sort of outdoor storage, so we didn't really address number 5, but would you expect any sort of outdoor storage or everything would be contained in the garage? Everything's awesome. Same thing, we don't anticipate any sort of increased light to the adjacent properties. You'll be in that garage area. And then, so the other section of the code is the regulations for home occupation in residential zones. We'll talk about that. We don't know of any violations in your area. And so if the recommendations are followed, I don't see any reason that it should interfere with the surrounding area. And of course, we don't expect any emissions. So quickly we'll go over these special regulations. They don't all apply to your particular site, but there's limitation, like the employees need to be the residents of the home except for a preschool. And the dwelling, the primary residence, no more than 25% of the floor space, but where it's just contained in the garage, that seems to be fine. Another thing about outdoor storage, vehicle repair and body shop stuff aren't to be done outside, but that doesn't pertain to you. And the home occupation is enclosed, no wholesale or resale. no offensive noise, vibration, smoke, dust, so. And then the last, let's see. And that number 9 is where it's limited to 7 AM to 10 PM. There's some about preschools and daycares, licensing requirements. You'll want to, go ahead and get your, home occupation business license from Harrisville City and comply with health and fire codes and, normal regulations. And again, just making sure that, your home occupation doesn't interfere with the residential neighborhood around you and comply with any sort of Weaver Morgan Health Department regulations. We have that with more of the cosmetic makeup issues.
Yeah.
So the recommendations I have for staff, and then I'll let you ask any more questions you have. Just ensure that staff complies with that section. We just went over home occupations in the residential zone. And then establishing a limit on the number of clients, whatever you feel is reasonable there. And just require that the clients use off-street parking spaces. Then we can just make sure that it's not interfering with the neighborhood around. So that's all I have.
Thank you.
So as you train. So as you train your clients, will you have music and stuff?
It's optional. Sometimes clients like to have music, some don't. Just depends, but it won't be loud. It's not a whole
Right,
big speaker.
that sounds awesome. So hit training,
Here trying strength training, I really focus on strength training because it's a focus of muscle
that's
every
fine.
age, so, but it will be hit too, hit and strength,
Okay, right, that's,
yeah.
yeah.
They're both pretty good for muscle.
Okay, and then any medical devices, we need to make sure that they have.
I don't think there's any on fire code that I've seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either, that's why. Do you, as a personal note, just in case somebody has a medical emergency?
Well, I'm CPR certified, so.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Thank you. I know we see a defibrillator in ours.
So-
They have. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm sure you work people out.
Out of the hot spot.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Commissioners? Okay, I will entertain a motion to grant the proposed conditional use permit number 149. Yes, sorry, sorry.
Chair. Right. I think it would be important to establish a number of.
Oh,
clients.
yes, we did mention that. I apologize. So can we say an up to, or should we have a,
Yeah, that's
okay.
great.
Well, or what is your?
She said she'd have about 2.
Right, 2 at any given time, but how often will you have 2 at any given? time? I'm just-
Like looking at,
I know, I would have an hour space between
okay,
each session.
okay.
I'm more concerned just about off-street parking, so I think about maybe how much parking is available off-street, okay, on the site.
Just looking at the amount of cement you have yourselves,
Yeah.
you've got at least 6 spaces, just the driveway. So, I mean, I would say even like, if we said up to 3 or up to 4, I don't think is unreasonable, because then if they needed more,
Yeah,
like if she has something where there's a circuit where you want to add another person, then it wouldn't trigger another permit, application. So if we say up to 4, is that reasonable for you? And what about for staff?
I think that's reasonable. I think there's off-street parking for that.
Okay. Okay, so do we just need to put that in the motion?
Yeah, just establish it in the motion, so
Okay.
I would say these recommendations.
And then we'll say, speaking to recommendation number 2, we would say up to 4 clients present at any one time.
Yeah.
Okay. Would either of you care to make the motion, or would you like it to? Okay. So I propose we grant the conditional use permit number 149 for a training facility located at approximately 364 West, 1125 North, subject to, the staff memo dated November 12th, 2025, the Harrisville City Municipal Code and in the staff recommendations, adding to item 2 on the number of clients, we would like to say up to 4 clients present at any one time. And is there anything else I need to include? Okay, that's my motion.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you, motion passes. Okay,
So,
as a reminder to you, the applicant, there is a 15-day appeal period, and after 15 days, the city will reach out to complete the remaining steps for the conditional use permit. Did I get all the steps? Yeah, thank you. Very well. Okay. All right, at this time, we are going to open our public comment portion of the meeting. As a reminder, we have a 3-minute maximum for comments. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. I don't think so. I think we should vote that. Yep.
We have one of our minutes.
Spend more less.
Thank you for your support. Great.
Well, I
Do we have anybody online?
need to make a motion to close it though, or just close it, right? For this one, it's not a hearing. We're going to close the public comment. Okay. Item 6, commission and staff follow-up. We'll turn some time to Jen tonight.
Oh, I guess my wedding. So, Copperwoods,
Yes.
I haven't been there, but they told us they completed the items and tomorrow Matt and I are walking through,
Good, thank you.
and
They've been making tremendous improvements the last couple weeks.
yeah, I'm excited that, doing the, NDA amendment helped improve the situation. It may not have been what we wanted entirely, but with the commercial, but I think in the end we'll get a better product, so hoping for the best there. But
So tomorrow is the walkthrough.
yeah, we'll walk through tomorrow, and I'm still waiting on, I don't have a maintenance plan in particular yet, from him, but I was gonna work with him on a maintenance plan, so that was part of the, criteria. And, what was the other item? Oh, and the contract, so that in 24 months, the commercial will start going vertical. So he sent me kind of an email with an agreement, but I think we need something a little more official, so I'll be working with him. And I think he's got a little over a month to finish all that, so yeah, I'll let you know next. on how
Yeah.
that goes.
Thank you for the follow-up. That was so much better. Jeez.
Agreed. So I have one item as well. I just wanted to make you aware, I attended the city managers conference last week and we had a class about economic development. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of feedback on some of the items that we were discussing in that. It was a panel discussion and 3 cities were able to give a kind of a presentation on economic development, how it's impacted their cities individually. But some of the key points that they talked about that are related to planning and helping establish a stable budget environment for the city. A couple of years ago, the state legislators changed the sales tax distribution. And I don't know that everyone involved in cities understands that 50% of the sales tax distribution is based on your population in your city. So if cities are fighting against growth or they don't want to have growth, they're actually damaging their sales tax base, even though they may not intend to. The growth, and they showed they showed a calculation on some of our high growth cities in the state that are increasing their sales tax revenue based on their population, and some cities that are maybe built out or don't have as much development, they have more redevelopment taking place, they're actually losing their sales tax in the last couple of years. So I thought it was kind of important for us to understand as on the planning commission level, how development impacts not only our housing, a number of housing units, but also related to that some of these larger cities and different developments are finding that large multifamily projects are bringing in more property tax than even big box stores. And the reason behind that is, you're taking in certain circumstances where city centers are developing in these communities,
Yes.
and you're putting a lot of your high density housing on those, that you're getting more property tax value out of that than you are a big box store where a large portion of that is parking.
Yes.
It's, and housing brings in more property tax than parking lots do. And another point of interest in that same class is related to online sales. I think we've all seen the impact over the last 10 years of online sales, just going to continue in the future. They're estimating by the year 2030 that 30% of the city's sales tax base will come from online sales. And so it's hard to not include housing as part of economic development discussions for cities now, because it has such a large impact on our future growth and all things that we want to take into consideration as we move forward with our planning. So I just thought that would be interesting to share with the planning commissioners in this time. So thank you.
Any other questions?
No, it's exciting to see the progress in development. I wish they would change the name. It's such a boring name. It's such a term.
Well, we've got a few things in this area that,
I mean, like,
lots of things with the same.
Fox Meadows or something cool, you know?
I did not bring the exact name of the report with me, but it was something that I, started reading about in the news the other day. It is has a really interesting name. Speaking of names, I'll have to look it up after this meeting, but it is, an initiative that, Utah Department of Transportation is doing right now with connectivity. And I cannot remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it impacts us here because we've been talking a lot about connectivity with, amenities, roads, trails, etc. when we get these developers that come in. And this is an effort that it's over a period of years, and they're going to be making sure the entire state of Utah from Logan to St. George is connected with trails and byways and so on. It's actually really, really cool. But I will get more information on that and I'll send it to the staff, because that's something that will affect us here. We're in an area where everyone's very invested in doing that. Just, it's a great name.
I was just
I don't know
looking
what
at
it
it
is.
today and I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Matt and I were looking at
It's not
it.
Envision Utah.
No,
It's not.
It's not.
it's specific to this portion. So it's like, they have their big plan, but then it's like this particular thing that is about no, it's the whole state.
It's the whole thing, yeah.
And they have it, planned and budgeted out, you know, a certain number of years, then they'll have to get more funding and more planning and so on to do the next section. It's actually really, really cool, so.
And there is some funding tied to it, so.
There is.
we can look into
And
that.
they've got several years of projections that are already done, and then, yeah, what will be available to municipalities and counties and so on too.
It fits in with our healthy Utah.
So. Anything else?
Oh, that was just awesome.
All right, well, then I will, ask for a motion to adjourn.
I will motion to adjourn this wonderful meeting tonight.
I will second.